Across the country today, sounds of gun salutes were ringing through the air. It was a day of bidding farewell to the 18 soldiers that were killed in Uri. As the government moves on formulating a response strategically and diplomatically, what we have on the show today is just an attempt to tell you about the real people who were involved. The soldiers who died, some of them unmarried and with their lives ahead of them, some with large number of dependent families. They're from all over, and NDTV's reporters are spread out to give us a glimpse into their lives. And we begin with the story of a soldier from Gaya. On the day the family got news of his death, the soldier's widow had only one thing to say to her daughters. She said she needed them to go to school immediately and sit for their exams. Tanima Biswas has their story.
As the country mourned his killing, Nayak Sunil Kumar Vidyarthi's children prepared for the toughest exam of their life. They knew their future was topmost on their father's mind, and so instead of taking time off to deal with his loss, 13-year-old Aarti and 8-year-old Anshika took their exams, their mother pushing them along. Aarti, who studies in class 8 and regularly tops her class, says it was her father's dream that she become an aeronautical engineer from IIT.
मेरे पापा हमेशा कहते थे कि एग्ज़ाम के साथ कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं है, चाहे कुछ भी सिचुएशन आ जाए, एग्ज़ाम देना है और फिर पढ़ाई को कभी छोड़ना नहीं है.
Aarti and Anshika and their two other siblings, Anshu and Aryan, led the funeral procession today. Nayak Vidyarthi had been serving in the army since 1998 and had been posted in areas like Dimapur, Punjab, Arunachal Pradesh, Hyderabad, Delhi and finally in Kashmir. He was planning on retiring next year, but not before he built a home in Gaya and took care of his father's medical bills.
किरण की एमए की हुई है, उनको आपके माध्यम से मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि उनके पास में घर में सोर्स ऑफ इनकम जो था वो खत्म हो गया है, उनको कहीं न कहीं गवर्नमेंट जॉब जो है इसे दिया जाए.
Nayak Sunil Vidyarthi came from a very humble background and he could not continue his studies beyond school. But along with his sacrifice for the country, he also lives on as the dreams that he had for his daughters, who also want to grow up and serve the nation like their father did. With camera person Habib Ali reporting from Gaya, Tanima Biswas for NDTV.
From Gaya to Bengal, and if children led the funeral in Gaya, in Howrah, thousands turned up to pay their respect to a 22-year-old soldier. Before being killed, he was having a tough time convincing his mother that he won't be able to speak to her for more than a week. His mother tells Munidiba Banerjee how she is now going to cope with the prospect of never speaking to her son again.
As I walked into Jamuna Balia village in Howrah early this morning to attend his funeral, I thought, what a beautiful world. Shipoi Gangadhar Tolui's village. The sun streaming in through the palm trees, the sun gleaming on paddy fields, lighting up ponds covered with algae with a wondrous glow. 22-year-old Gangadhar will never see these old familiar sights ever again.
ওদের বাড়িও নেই সেইভাবে, ওদের বাড়িতে যখন পড়াতে যেতাম জল পড়তো বাড়ি দিয়ে, অনেক কষ্ট করেছে ওর মা বাবা, মানে কি বলবো সেই সব দিনগুলোর কথা মনে পড়লে কষ্ট হয়, খুব ভীষণ কষ্ট হয়.
Son of a daily farm labor, Gangadhar was a good student and a good athlete, and in first year at college he made it into the army. On Thursday he called his mother and said he was moving out of Uri. He said he would call again in a week. His mother Shikha said to him, "How will I stay without talking to you for 7 whole days?" Brother Borun, just 14, wants to avenge his dada's death. Gangadhar's father, Omkarnath, came to pay floral tributes to his son and then disappeared into the huge crowds gathered for the last rites. Crowds sorrowful, crowds angry. Crowds who want India to act against Pakistan.
ভারতবর্ষের কি পরিস্থিতি এসে গেছে, বারে বারে একে একে শেষ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। ভারতবর্ষে পড়ে পড়ে মার খাবে, আর পাকিস্তান আমাদের মধ্যে নিরীহ মানুষ ঘরে ঘুমোচ্ছে, তাদের উপর বম্বিং করে শেষ করে দেবে, এটাই তো ভাবা যায় না।
But overshadowing the anger and outrage, heartbreak. In the thronging crowds,
people who loved him, people who did not know him till Sunday morning. Gangadhar Dolui's casket is now covered with the Indian flag. The flag that he kept flying so high so that you and I can be safe in our beds.
at Jamuna Balia village with GD Shankar, Monikita Banerjee, NDTV.
So we showed you the story of a soldier from Gaya in Bihar, of a soldier from Howrah in West Bengal. But just to give you an idea of how mourning marked across the country, all the soldiers that were killed, 18 soldiers, and really it's India united in grief, because here you have all the soldiers that were in Uttar Pradesh. These are the two soldiers that are from Bengal. And then of course you also had the soldiers in Maharashtra, Amravati and Satara district, who will bring you reports from, and Havaldar Rawat, who is in Rajasthan. As we said, many soldiers, especially from Uttar Pradesh as well. And from there, Alok Pandey brings the story of where he says how the angry father of a soldier said, don't call it sacrifice. He said that 4 of the dead soldiers are from Uttar Pradesh. Each of them are from poor families where a job in the army means a lot for the family, even beyond serving the country. Rajesh and Alok Pandey now report and profile the area and what the army means to them.
लड़ाई में मरे होते तो हमको पूरा गर्व होता, उग्रवादी मारे इसलिए गर्व तो नहीं है, हमको तकलीफ ही तकलीफ है.
Not just anger arising out of grief, but also a reality check. At the home of soldier Rajesh Singh in Jaunpur, soldiers like Rajesh and Sepoy Ganesh Shankar in the Sant Kabir Nagar district of Uttar Pradesh were young men who wanted to get into the army, because for them it was not just about serving the nation, but also a source of employment. A job that made them earn enough to support families back home. Even now, about 25 boys from the village in Sant Kabir Nagar are preparing to try and join the army. 3 other families already have their men serving the army at various locations. 18-year-old Shyam Narayan Chaudhary is one of those who hopes a job with the army will help serve the country and also secure his future.
क्यों नहीं होता है सर, दुख तो होता ही है, उन लोगों को ऐसा करना ही नहीं चाहिए सर, पहली बात तो इसलिए सर हम लोग के देश के लिए, मतलब जो वहाँ जवान रहते हैं हम लोग की रक्षा के लिए रहते हैं सर, इसीलिए वह लोग जागते हैं तो हम लोग सोते हैं फिर, तो सर ऐसा कोई सोच ऐसी मतलब घटना होनी नहीं चाहिए वहाँ.
Or 19-year-old Shrikant Yadav, who says Ganesh was an inspiration for young boys like him in the village.
हमारा मनोबल कम नहीं होता है.
क्यों?
हमारे गांव वालों को एक कष्ट है, लेकिन मेरा ये फिक्र है कि ये खुशी की बात है कि क्योंकि मेरे गांव का जवान जा करके देश के लिए शहीद हुआ है.
At Ganesh's home, his friends and family recount how a job in the army was a dream for Ganesh and a ticket to status in the village and prosperity for the family from the steady income he sent back.
पूरा गणेश शंकर जी तो ही उनका परिवार भी बहुत बढ़िया था और पढ़ाई के पीरियड में हमेशा जो है सेना की बात करते थे और भगवान पर्सनालिटी भी उनको दिए थे, दौड़ लगाते थे.
Ganesh would have come home next in October. There were plans to fix younger sister Indravati's marriage.
हमारे भाई की नौकरी हम पूरे परिवार के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा जरूरी थी. हर एक लोग उन्हीं पे टिका था.
कैसे?
मेरे एक चाचा थे और मेरे पिताजी थे, वो दोनों लोग एक्सपायर हो गए एक दिन के अंतराल में. उसके बाद उन्हीं पे हम लोग टिके थे.
For the family of Ganesh Shankar and the families of all others who died in Uri, an army job meant a lot. In places like UP, where even the job, a government job for sweepers, sees thousands of applications, even from postgraduates and graduates, a job in the army means a secure future, a future that is under cloud for these families. In Sant Kabir Nagar with Tanveer Alam and camera person Rajesh Gupta, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
If poverty drives many to join the army, maybe the same can be said of Maharashtra's Satara and Amravati region as well. The region known for drought said that their village had so many more, and so the attackers would just run out of people to kill and attack. That's the kind of sentiment that many of our correspondents found while speaking to people there. We also saw mourning expressed in so many different ways across the country. In Lance Naik Galande's native village Jashi, a large procession was carried out as villagers displayed rangolis in front of their houses to pay homage to him.
Too young to understand what's happening around him, 4-year-old Shreyas said a final farewell to his father, Lance Naik Chandrakant Galande, as the whole village came out to mourn with his family. The 27-year-old was martyred in Uri in Sunday's terrorist attack. An army man himself, Chandrakant's eldest brother, Manja Bappa, lit the pyre. His second brother, also in the army, posted in the northern region, could not make it to his brother's funeral as he continues his call of duty.
पाकिस्तानने एक चंद्रकांत मारला तरी आमचे हजारो चंद्रकांत उभे राहणार आहेत. पाकिस्तानने आमचा नाद करू नये आणि आम्हाला त्याचा अभिमान आहे.
The tears may have been hard to hold back, but it's in villages like this that many of India's frontline fighters come from. Satara district alone, dotted with such villages that have sent many of its sons to the army. The tragic loss, though, has come with some questions, seeking an assurance that the supreme sacrifice of fallen soldiers like him haven't been in vain.
पाकिस्तानला जशाच तसं उत्तर द्यावं हे आमच्या रक्तात आहे, महाराष्ट्रीयांच्या रक्तात आहे, आमच्या सर्व मराठ्यांच्या रक्तात आहे.
Chandrakant won't be around for his younger son's first birthday, that's just 3 months away. But even in their loss, his family is already talking about sending his children to serve the country. With Sujit Ambekar in Satara, in Mumbai, Kirti Yangre for NDTV.
Still ahead, we'll have more tales of soldiers killed in Uri, including one who was cremated on his birthday. On a special, we are bringing you the stories of the 18 soldiers that were killed in Uri, one of the worst attacks that we've seen in Kashmir. Now, one of the stories is of Havaldar N.S. Rawat from Rajasthan. When NDTV's Harsha Kumari Singh went to meet the family, they had 3 children, and all 3 said that they now wanted to go to the army. Laid to rest, Havaldar Neem Singh Rawat of the 6th Bihar Regiment was a second-generation soldier. At Bhim of Rajsamand district, he survived by 2 girls and a son, all recalling what their dad got them when he last visited.
This family has a tradition of sending people into the army.
Havaldar Rawat was 48 years old and close to retirement. His father was in the Second World War, and these children say, despite all that happened, they'll join the army too. It's a tradition that they cannot let die. With Harsha Kumari Singh, Sunitra Chaudhary of NDTV.